following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
Hi, hello, and welcome to a gray and cold Moorhead, Minnesota Dakota Stadium. That's the site for tonight's NPSL match between the host Dakota Fusion and the road team Med City FC. My name's Eric Tiongson here with Magnitude Sports, alongside my partner Mike Mason. Mike, how you doing today?
Oh, it's been a great, 2 days ago we were at 74. Yesterday we were at 47. Right now I think we're at like 51. So hopefully outside of that, it's been great. Would you agree? Or?
Absolutely. That is Midwest weather for you. It's been up and down, and these two teams been up and down thus far to start the season. Let's take a look at the Dakota Fusion, the host team. They've got 1 point through their first two matches. The results, a 1-1 away draw with Sioux Falls Thunder, and then a 4-1 loss last week against Joy St. Louis Park. And it's worth noting, in that game, one of their defenders, Reese Kipling, was sent off with a straight red card. And taking a look at Med City FC might actually take it down to the field for starting lineups here, and we'll get back to that shortly after.
All right, well, tell you what, I think I got to go over and get these papers over to our PA announcer. So chit-chat, and then when you hear our PA announcer, then you can chill.
All right, well, while we've got time to kill, we'll take a look at Med City FC as well. They've got 4 points through their first two matches, a 2-1 home victory over LC Aris, and then a 1-1 home draw with the Sioux Falls Thunder. So both these teams with a common opponent, the Sioux Falls Thunder, and a common result as well. Taking a look at the starting lineups here, given to our coaches beforehand. You can see the starters out on the field right now. Looks like the Fusion are going to be running a 5-3-2, Med City a 4-4-2. As you can hear, the PA announcer will take it down to the field for starting lineups.
Starting lineups. We'll start with the visitors on the scoreboard. Med City. Starting in net for Med City is number 25, Iker Gonzalez. The other starters include number 24, James Averies. Number 2, Joshua Ballseeger. Number 10, Narcisse Boo. Number 23, Matthias Daniel. Number 1, Harry Davini. Check that, he's a reserve, my apologies. Starter, number 22, Andre Garcia. Number 9, Lucas Hart. Number 8, Toby Millard. Number 11, Scott Neal. And those are your starters for the visitors, Med City. And now for the Dakota Fusion. Starting at defense, number 3, Daigo Adachi. Starting at an attacker, number 21, Trey Bonaparte. Another attacker, number 11, Christian Vasquez. Starting at defense, number 17, Noah Boyce. Starting at midfielder, number 8, Nicholas Honer. Starting at midfield, number 4, Antonio Lagumba. Starting at defense, number 15, Leonard Muro. Starting at midfielder, Taki Murakawa. And in the net for the Dakota Fusion, 00, Valentin Kalibi. We'll pause now for our national anthem.
All right, those are your starting lineups. National anthem in the books. Kickoff is only moments away. Mike, any final thoughts before we get the ball rolling here between Med City FC and the Dakota Fusion?
Well, final thoughts or first thoughts? It's
I guess fair point right there. Final thoughts for the pregame show. First thoughts for the kickoff.
Final thoughts. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one here. You know, the Fusion kind of had a rough season last year, picking up just I believe 1 or 2 wins, and I know they're looking to improve on that mark here. And Med City's certainly not going to make that easy at all. But Med City, they certainly they showed us some stuff last year, and they have I believe more returning from the last year's roster than the Dakota Fusion have returning from last year's roster. I could be wrong on that, but when I glance at the rosters for the two teams, I recognize more names for Med City than I did for the Dakota Fusion. So, forgive us in advance. We did talk to each of the coaches and got some name pronunciations, so we will certainly do our best to get those right. And I was doing the PA announcing, if you haven't figured that out already, and I think I only got one name wrong. So I think that's pretty good. Trying to remember some of those names when there's a lot of names to remember, it can be a little bit tougher than usual. But, yeah, we're certainly looking forward to this, as it looks like Med City just got their team picture, and now the Fusion are going to get their team photo. And if I would have realized that was what they were doing, we would have got that close-up shot of Med City for you as well. But so and I like those are new jerseys for the Fusion this year too. I really like those dark black on bright yellow. There'll be no problem determining who has the ball in this game there for the Fusion.
All right, well, we're about ready to get underway here. Teams meeting up at the center circle, taking a look at the captains. Antonio Lagamba wearing the armband for the Fusion, and the captain for Med City FC, defender Andrew Wilkinson. And here we go. It's going to be Trey Bonaparte kicking things off. Once again, the Fusion running a 5-3-2, bit of a defensive formation. Med City running a more traditional 4-4-2. Referee blows his whistle, and we're underway here at Jim Goda Stadium, and the Fusion get the ball rolling. It's going to be settled in the midfield and right onto the feet of Niklas Oner, and now already an opportunity as it's going to be played back to the keeper. Fusion with the first run of possession right there. It's a nice touch by Bonaparte. Aerial duel, and the referee is going to blow his whistle. We have our first foul of the game, not even a minute in.
First foul of the season, I could say. So I do like, I think last year they were either wearing a green or dark blue. This year, Med City wearing the white jerseys, and I like those too. Kind of have the dark blue on white with the blue shorts and the green stripe down the side of those shorts. So,
Med City hailing from Rochester, Minnesota, home of Mayo Clinic, one of the world-class clinics here in the United States, hence the name Med City. Possession back on the feet of Fusion, or I should say the head, as it's been bouncing around. That a misplaced pass right there intended for Christian Bosquez. Bosquez, one of the 2 goal scorers thus far for the Fusion. His strike coming in their first game of the season against the Sioux Falls Thunder, and that one a 1-1 draw. Fusion with more possession up the wing. Trying to find some space, he'll play it back. Now onto the feet of the captain Lagamba, and that one a misplaced pass. Headed away by the captain Wilkinson. Now here's Bonaparte. Bonaparte with an early opportunity, losing possession, playing it out wide. And an intended cross perhaps, or maybe a shot, as that one goes through the wrong goalpost. That'll go out for a goal kick.
As we get a few seconds away from the 3rd minute of this ball game, I like what I see from both teams up to this point.
Seems like the Fusion have had slight majority in possession, but granted, we are just 2 minutes into this match and a lot can happen as this unfolds. These 2 teams sort of in the feeling each other out stage. Nice bit of footwork right there. Some nice control on the ball, that by Andres Garcia. Garcia, another goal scorer, scoring in the second match of the game, second match of the season for Med City. That one also a 1-1 draw with Sioux Falls Thunder. Seems like the Fusion trying to just control the ball in their own end right now. Still looking for an opening. Some nice dribbling right there, playing it up, trying to find one of the forward men's, Bosquez. Bosquez goes down, appealing for a foul, and he's going to get it. There's your second foul of the match. And it'll be a free kick just in their own half. And they'll play it back. Out wide to Reese. Taki will lay it off. Here's Bosquez again. Seeing a lot of the ball thus far. Now they'll try and play it forward down the wing. Here's Mirau. Mirau couldn't quite get a clean touch on it, but it is going to be a throw in for the Fusion. And they'll take it quickly. Back to Boyce.
Yeah, Fusion definitely not wasting any time here in this one as it's taken away by Mid City there.
Quick giveaway by Lagamba, but he'll get it back just as you'd like your captain midfielder to do. And now they'll play it back to Gamba up the wing. A little bit of space here. Maybe a chance for a cross. There's players running into the box. Bonaparte wants it. He'll get it. Bonaparte has a go, and it's blocked away. Nice save. Bosquez second time, and that one's going out of play. And there's your first real chance, and it belongs to the Fusion.
Yeah, a couple of good scoring opportunities there. One on the initial shot, one off the rebound. Just knocked it a little bit wide left of the net there.
Some nice strong keeping by Iker Gonzalez, who will take the goal kick for Med City. Number 25 between the posts. Now just past the 4-minute mark here of the first half. Med City still looking for their first opportunity. Aerial duel in the midfield, nearly won by Lagamba. Still bouncing around. And it'll be booted upfield, searching out wide for the wide man. Could not quite get a clean first touch. Narcisse Boo. Boo, who scored a brace in the opening match for Med City. That one a 2-1 victory. Boo also received a yellow card in that match. Here's Bonaparte trying to play it back for Lagamba, and he's dispossessed. Out of play, it'll be a Fusion throw-in, and they continue to maintain majority of the possession. Throwing down the wing, looking for Bosquez. He's trying to beat his man for pace, and he will, only for the moment. That one going off the corner flag. It'll stay in play. I will say, looked like they tried to keep it in play.
Yeah, I think it is going to be a corner kick.
Yep. So the first corner kick of the match, that one also belonging to Fusion, and despite with 5 at the back at least, based off the positions that we were given online, they've had the majority of the opportunities thus far. Taking the corner is going to be Noah Boyce.
Yeah, Lucas Hart running up into the mix now, too. He was kind of out of the play there for a moment.
Boyce is in swinging corner, trying to find a target. Can't quite find anyone. It's headed away by Wilkinson. Now onto the feet of Ballseeger, and it's out of play. Fusion get reset. They'll play from the back. Lagamba's pass couldn't quite find Bonaparte. And now Med City will play it back onto the feet of Gonzalez. A few players open out wide for Gonzalez. James Avery's looking for it. Instead, they'll lay it off on the left side. Now here's Bosquez. Bosquez trying to hold up play. They'll try and play it out wide. They're looking for Mirau. Appeals for a foul, and they're going to get it. Lagamba a bit too ambitious there.
Yeah, a little
aerial duel.
As they say in basketball, a little over the back there.
And the referee's going to call that one 10 times out of 10. So now 3 fouls on the match. No cards shown yet. Been a few cards shown between both of these sides. It's worth noting Med City actually had 3 yellow cards in their previous match, and as I alluded to in pregame, it was a straight red card for the Dakota Fusion in their second match, that one going to Reese Kiplin, and that's why you don't see him out on the field tonight.
Oh, that's why they said I could cross him off when I asked for his name pronunciation. So, okay, that makes sense now.
That red card being a turning point in that match. At that point, it was 1-1, and after the red card, 3 unanswered goals belonging to Joyce St. Louis Park. Here's Boyce at the back. Boyce will take his space, and now he'll try and play it out wide. He was looking for Mirau, and he's dispossessed. Sliding challenge done nicely right there by Lucas Hart. Hart fighting his heart out, and he takes a tumble onto the turf. Referee calling another foul.
Yeah, I give all the credit in the world there to Lucas Hart. I mean, not a lot of players could battle through 3 or 4 defenders and keep the ball like that.
Referee making sure to assert his authority early on in the game. I think we saw a few instances last season where referees might have let the game get out of hand by letting it play too loose, but nice to see the officials use their whistle. Not too much, but not too little either. Rare possession in the attacking half for Med City. Let's see if they can string something together here. Nearly dispossessed, still on the ball and going is James Avery's, and now it goes out of bounds, but it'll be a throw-in for Med City. Avery's will throw it in. Trying to play it into the box. It's headed away by Boyce. Bonaparte looking for his man Lagamba, and he's got it. They tried to play it down the field, play through Bosquez. Couldn't quite find a Bosquez now battling and being pulled down. Referee not calling anything, maybe playing advantages. Bonaparte will play it off to Bosquez. Bosquez shot deflected. That one nicely by Jake Strachan. Strachan, one of the 4 starting defenders here for Med City today. Lagamba hits the ground, no call there. Looked to be more just him falling down going for the ball. And now a mistake by the keeper. Here's a chance for Med City as Scott Neal couldn't quite get the shot off.
Yeah, some nice patience there on the Fusion defenders, because that could have easily turned into a big opportunity for Med City.
I think something we've observed throughout our time watching these games last year, a lot of these goals seem to come off the other team capitalizing off of the defense's mistakes. So we'll see if there are any mistakes that either of these teams will try and pounce on here today. None thus far, though.
Yeah, no, it certainly was fun doing this last year, and certainly happy to be back on season 2 here.
Lagamba, I'm going to say not a clean challenge there. Hands on the heads. He can't believe it. But it's going to be a free kick in a dangerous position here for Med City, and maybe the first real opportunity of the game. Looks like Toby Millward will be the one. Millward, excuse me, will be the one to take it. So he can play a ball into the box.
Just shy of 40 yards away from the goal.
I think even the most audacious attempt on net might not be successful here, but very likely that they'll play a ball into the box.
And they are going to attack into that inside the goal box there.
And not much doing right there. The cross off of Scott Neal not coming to fruition, and it's into the waiting arms of Valentin Klebe.
That's the one I got wrong, I think.
Lagamba trying to play a lofted through ball in towards Vasquez. Instead, it'll go right to the man he doesn't want it to, Iker Gonzalez. There's a giveaway in the midfield as that one is won back nicely onto the feet of Niklas Oner. Now here's Daigo Adachi, one of the few returners that we were referencing in pregame show. Adachi donning the right back spot last season as well. His cross into the hands of the keeper. Lagamba, Bonaparte, and now trying to get it back to Boyce, out of play. Could not quite keep that one in. Med City will get a throw.
Yeah, Dachi certainly played a big role in the team last year, created a lot of opportunities for his teammates as well as himself. So we'll see if he see if he has to do that again this year or if he will do it again.
Yeah, he seemed to be a player that would like to make a lot of runs up from his right back position. As you mentioned, creative player, created a lot of opportunities and caused a lot of problems with his dribbling as well. Fusion will start again from the back. Out wide, here's Boyce. Not much support for Boyce. He'll try and play back to Lagamba. Here's Bonaparte playing far back from his attacking position. He'll come back and receive a lot of those passes, and now he's calling for a long ball in. He's going to get it, but it's going to go right to the feet of Iker Gonzalez. Just over 10 minutes played now. We are at the 12:30 mark and counting. No score here between Med City FC and the Dakota Fusion. Adachi running up the wing. Maybe he can get across it. Adachi's ball into Bonaparte. Dangerous opportunity right there, and it's going to be a corner kick. At least looked like referee signaled corner kick. It'll be a goal kick instead.
Yeah, I think the wind took his flag.
That's what we'll go with.
It is a little bit windy out
after
there.
that.
It is a little bit windy out there. I'd have to check my phone to see the exact miles per hour on the wind, but
I know earlier on in the day it was up in the 20s, and I would know playing a round of golf earlier today and sure took a toll on some of my shots. There's a nice piece of dribbling by Boo, and shot in, and it's in. First goal of the game, and it goes to Med City FC. One might say against the run of play, but they're not going to care. Scott Neal with the strike, sliding it home, bottom left corner, and it's 1-0. Med City on top. That one seemed to materialize out of nothing, but sometimes that's just how they'll get you. And we were talking about that earlier on. Sometimes all it takes is a brief moment to pounce on, and we saw that right there.
By number 11, Scott Neal.
yeah, and you mentioned it earlier, Eric. They haven't really gotten a lot of offensive possessions down on that side of the field, so to get a goal on such limited opportunity is certainly a good thing if you're a Med City fan.
Med City playing out in front. We'll see how they try to defend this lead now, if they'll keep trying to see if they can get another insurance goal, or if they'll be content to sit back and defend the 1-0 lead. But it's 1-0 here as we approach the 15-minute mark, 14-19 and counting. Scott Neal, the opening strike. And now here comes Med City. They'll start a press. Fusion will look to try and answer back quickly. Boyce making a run forward from his defender position, off the feet of Bonaparte. And that's a nice challenge right there. Ball hit out of play by Jasper Reese. Throw in goes to Med City.
And now all of a sudden with that goal, you see Med City down on this side of the field more often than they were prior to the goal.
Maybe a shot in the arm. It'll be Avery's to take the throw in. He throws it out wide. Looking for Andres Garcia, now on to the feet of Lucas Hart. Hart trying to take on 3 defenders. Unsuccessful challenge right there. Vasquez backing into his man. It's out of play. It's thrown in acres of space for Strachan, who will play it out wide. Adachi flicking it forward to Bonaparte. Adachi trying to do a little dummy, as they call it, trying to lay it off to Bonaparte, unsuccessful. Now Fusion will try and switch play, swing it out wide to Leonard Mirau. Couldn't quite find his feet. Captain Wilkinson will play it up. And well out of play. And it'll be a throw-in. There's that aggressive defense once again in the midfield. Many openings on that throw, and they'll try and find his man. It was Garcia who headed it. Now back with Garcia. Garcia pressuring. He'll come up and challenge the keeper. Play seems to have slowed down here in these past few minutes, as after an early flurry by the Fusion, it was Med City that got the opening goal. That one off the foot of Scott Neal. Med City with a few more attacking runs, and since then it's been a lot of the ball just bouncing around in the midfield. Referee blows his whistle. It'll be a free kick to the Fusion. And you could see a little bit of gamesmanship there by Garcia, trying to not give him his 10, but the Fusion are going to get it off quickly. That's something a lot of soccer players will say. They just do it, and they'll just dare the referee to call them. Adachi losing control of that one. Long throw in, looking for Garcia. And a few deflections. Somehow able to stay in bounds there. Looked like that ball was destined to go out of play. And now here's Vasquez. Vasquez trying to pull off a skill move right there. 3 defenders in the area. But a nice little turn by Taki. Taki laying it back off to Bonaparte. Vasquez goes down. Appealing for a foul. He's not going to get it. Now here comes Med City trying to switch up play. Played out wide. It's a dangerous ball to Boo. Boo trying to get some space, cutting inside. Boo still going. Boo has a shot, and that one is saved. And Boo hands on his heads. Wish he had that one back. It was a nice run, but just couldn't quite find the finishing touch.
Yeah, certainly a nice offensive push here for Med City. You could see a little bit of aggressiveness from Dakota Fusion just prior to that last shot attempt there by Med City, but Fusion's still looking to put something together here.
Yeah, it seemed like they had a few golden opportunities early on in the match. A corner kick in there as well, but since then, not much doing, and not much doing since the goal. Here's Lagamba. Lagamba swarmed by 3 defenders. He'll play it back. And now all the way back to the keeper. We'll swing it out to Boyce.
Ooh, nearly a
Boyce,
mistake
dangerous
there.
dribble right there, but he'll get away with it. Maybe a nervy moment right there for Coach Sam Winning. Now here's Taki. Taki trying to play it up to Adachi. Adachi with plenty of space. We'll see if he can run the ball down in time, and he cannot. And if that one was just maybe a fraction softer, that would have been a great chance for the Fusion to get a cross in. Maybe you can blame the wind on that one too.
Yeah, well, or at least I was talking about it earlier. Adachi creating a lot of opportunities last year, and he's definitely not a guy you want to He's definitely not a guy you want to let him have some open space on the field. He is a speedster, and he will, if he gets the opportunity, he will crank it up. So, a little bit of a lucky break there for Med City.
Kick is going to be headed around Lagamba, getting his head on it. Onto the feet of Vasquez. And he'll play it back. Taki out wide to Boyce. Boyce looking for Bonaparte. Not much doing right there. There's Wilkinson. Wilkinson plays it back after a flurry of pressure from Dakota Fusion. Ball played over the top, and Looks like appeals for a handball right there as they're trying to get it to Narcissus Boo.
That's exactly what I thought I saw, too. I own a yellow card.
Wow, so there you go. First yellow of the season. That one, I believe, going to be assessed to... Did you see who was assessed to?
No. Let's see if I can get it on our delayed replay here or not.
Well, we do know it is on Med City. As the free kick will be swung back, and now here's Boyce. Boyce will play it back to Reese. Now all the way back to the keeper. Nice job right there to win that ball in the air by Jake Strachan. Referee raising his flag. Let's see. A few of the players down on the field not necessarily agreeing with that decision. Taki, dangerous touch right there, gets past his man. Back off to Boyce. Boyce still going, pushing way up the field and laying it out wide to Mirau. Mirau could not find space for a cross, but will get a throw in. Throw in goes to Bonaparte. Bonaparte back to Mirau. Mirau's cross in swinging, trying to find the head of Vasquez. He goes down, and it's into the waiting arms of Iker Gonzalez.
It might have been, and this is not official, but it might have been James Avery who got that yellow card as I look on our delayed replay. But we'll get that confirmed and then get you updated here as soon as we know.
Well, there you have it. Unofficial yellow card going to James Avery's. One coming just about a minute ago here. First card of the game. Few fouls between either side, but nothing too egregious. Fusion still looking to try and get something going in attack after that early flurry. They had maybe a half chance about 30 seconds ago. As Mirau will look for some space or support. And he lays it off to Onair, who plays it back. Out of play, throw in. Avery's will scoop it up. And we get restarted off the throw in. Boyce being pressured heavily there. Med City players running up the pitch, trying to dispossess him. And now Onair trying to maybe start a break, but referee is going to blow his whistle for a foul. Well, we're about halfway through this first half here. What have you seen so far, Mike?
Well, I saw a lot of early positives from the Fusion in, like, say, the first 3-4 minutes, but it's been pretty much Med City ever since that goal has been scored, and Fusion have had a couple of opportunities where they've may have been able to break something out, but they've never really been able to keep that a consistent opportunity, and that's one thing that the Fusion will have to work on here moving forward into the season.
That corner kick going to be played in by Hart.
If
finding any targets.
If not, moving forward into the second half of this one. So
be interested to see how both these coaches use their substitutions as well, as a lot of times games can be won or lost based off substitutions. And of course, just about 1/4 of the way into this match. Maybe not quite time for subs yet, but that'll be something to watch as we approach halftime, and then of course coming out of the halftime break. Seems that press by Med City has picked up even more. It seems like they've thrown a few more people forward, trying to win the ball back in the attacking third. Boyce with space out wide. Heavy touch by Boyce, but a nice bit of footwork right there to make up for it. Bonaparte goes down near the touch line. Bonaparte still on the ball, trying to shield it right there, but a nice piece of defending by Wilkinson to get him off the ball.
And that came dangerously close to his fingertips. I'm surprised they didn't call a handball, because any part of your arm, even the elbow, is considered a handball. So
Nice sliding tackle right there to win the ball back. And giving chase down the far touchline. I believe that is Boo. Boo with 2 defenders swarming him, trying the back heel. Got to give A+ for effort right there, but couldn't quite find the opening. Now here's Vasquez taking his space out wide. Vasquez in hot pursuit is Josh Balsiger, and now Vasquez will play it back. Decent opportunity right there. That was Niklas Oner that tried the shot. That one a few feet too high, and it's a goal kick, but for the Fusion, encouraging to see them at least get a shot off right there on that run of play.
Yeah, and I think goal kick's not a stat we officially keep track of, but I think this is only the second, maybe the third at the max goal kick that Med City's keeper has had. So that tells you right there that the Fusion haven't really gotten down there too frequently.
Goal kick will just be booted out, and it'll be Adachi to take the throw. See a few more players coming up for the Fusion. Leonard Mirau sauntering up out wide. See if they switch play on to him. Vasquez backing into his man. He likes to do that a lot. Hold up play and wait for players to make runs through. And now here's Onair. Out to Boyce. And Boyce will find Mirau out wide. Maybe trying to get a cross off. He'll get it off to Bonaparte. And it's out of play for a throw-in. Throw-in, though, in the attacking third for the Fusion. And maybe an opportunity to materialize something here.
Yeah, we'll see how they set this one up here and where they go. And it's like they're going to drop it back and try and set something up from inside the 40-yard mark.
Cross into Vasquez. Couldn't quite catch his head cleanly. Danger still there as it'll be booted well out of play by Narcissus Boo. And now in hot pursuit is Andres Garcia. But he's not going to win that race. They'll reset with Reese. Onair finds his man Boyce. Back with Onair. Oh, 1-2 between those two. Nice little flick on to Bonaparte. Couldn't quite get the touch and go between Bonaparte and Vasquez. Gonzalez will take his time waiting for an opening. Swing it back out wide. Garcia, nice touches in the midfield. He'll play it out wide. Garcia trying to make a run through. Wanted the through ball there. You could see him throw his arms up. Maybe he thought he had a glimmer of an opportunity there, but it's snuffed out by the Fusion. Taki getting closed out quickly. Try and create some space. That one just a bit too tall there for Bonaparte. Now, ample time for Leonard Mira, who'll lay it off. Adachi out wide, trying to take his man on and beat him for pace. Down he goes, and looks like tried to beat him there, but beat him illegally. Josh Balsiger going down. It's going to be a foul on Daigo Adachi. A few players down on the sideline warming up for the Fusion. We'll see if we get any substitutions coming in soon. Gonzalez will take the free kick. He sends it out deep, looking for Garcia. It's headed back. Boo trying to touch it around to one of his men, but couldn't quite find the feet of his teammate. Here's Bonaparte. That one deflected by Wilkinson. And it's one back in a convenient position for Med City. Battle for the ball. Boo and Garcia trying to get in there, and it is going to be one back, but only for the moment. That one just taking a bad bounce off the feet of Toby Millward. Taki. Now play it out wide. That one to Kota Tushisawa.
I'm convinced that you said that right.
I sure hope so. It's back with Tushisawa. Dachi again with a battle with Balsiger. Those two have been going back and forth. It's a ball into Vasquez. Vasquez trying to get the turn in the shot, and it's just over the bar, and there's maybe the best opportunity of the night thus far for Dakota Fusion, and it's that man again, Vasquez. Those two, Vasquez and Adachi, have been two of the primary creative forces for the Fusion thus far.
It looks like the Fusion are going to get a corner kick out of this one here. And
yes, they will. It's corner number 2.
didn't do a whole lot with that first corner. We'll see what they put together here.
Oh, there's in-swinging cross is headed it away. Danger still presenting itself as it'll go back out to the feet of the Fusion. It's Boyce trying to play it into Mirau. And a nice sliding challenge. Some appeals for a foul. They're not going to get it. That was Bonaparte sliding in, trying to win the ball back. So these past maybe 5 minutes or so, been teetering back maybe just a smidge towards the favor of the Fusion. See if they can try and make a late push here for an equalizer before halftime. Just past the 30-minute mark now, 31 minutes and 35 seconds and counting. Nice battle in the midfield and a nice job to stay on the ball right there. It's going to be played out wide, looking for Garcia back in the middle, and it's won back by Dakota Fusion. Taki getting pressured heavily, and it's going to be won back. Uh-oh, dangerous opportunity, and it's in. There's your second goal of the game. That one going to Med City as well. It's 2-0. That one belonging to their multiple 14s on the roster. I'm looking for the right one.
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm going to go with Ben.
Well, we know
Kloppenberg.
it's not Ben Kloppenberg,
okay,
because he was listed as not rostered.
Med City goal scored by number 14, Matthew Roberts.
There you go,
Matthew Roberts, and that's why I couldn't find it. Forgot to write that one down. So 2 14s, it's Matthew Roberts with the second goal. And it's 2-0. Med City doubling their advantage right before halftime. And that might spell trouble for Dakota Fusion if they can't grab one here quickly.
Yeah, they got about 12 and a half minutes to work with here and trying to get at least one. I think if you're the Fusion, you definitely don't want this at 3-0. 2-0 or 2-1 would be ideal here if you're a Dakota Fusion fan.
And on the opposite side, if you're Med City, you might see the Fusion try and push up and maybe get a goal here before halftime. That might leave them vulnerable to a counterattack. As I've said a few times throughout the match, Fusion playing with 5 defenders in their starting lineup. But they might be switching that around here come halftime. We'll see for sure. Roberts back to Garcia. Nice idea right there. Neal, the first goal scorer, trying to play it through on a back heel. Couldn't quite find anyone. Now calling for the ball and almost getting it is Hart. It'll be headed away, and now it's onto the feet of Hart, but the referee raises his flag. He's offside.
Yeah, just about a foot and a half in front of that last defender.
Oh,
a little.
What do we have here?
I bet we have a card, or at least a verbal warning here. But I don't know. I saw it out of the left corner of my eye on our monitor there. It looked like one of the Fusion players just deliberately pushed a Med City player.
And O'Nair offering his arms out to try and help up Hart, and Hart not having any of it. Now maybe some tensions starting to brew here as that one is going to be kicked back out of play. Referee trying to organize things. It's getting a bit chippy here in Moorhead, Minnesota.
Yeah, you could see the Fusion asking for a ball quickly here, and now we have another whistle.
Looks like they tried to get restarted too quickly. Referee saying not so fast. Once again, 2-0 here for Med City. First goal belonging to Scott Neal. Second goal going to Matthew Roberts. So it's Neal and Roberts, 2 midfielders and 2 goal scorers here for Med City in the first half. Boyce with a nice run, trying to find Vasquez. Heavy traffic, and it's going to be cleared out of play. And it'll go out of bounds. Taki from the back. Off to Boyce. Boyce pointing, looking like maybe he wanted Mirau to make a run, but Mirau staying put. Always got to be privy of that offside flag. Taki will switch play, trying to swing it out wide to Adachi. Adachi controlling it out on the wing. Looking for space for a cross. And he'll swing it into the mixer, and it's cleared out. Bonaparte lays it back. And the Fusion will reset. All the way back it goes onto the feet of Reese.
As I say, they're going the wrong way, but sometimes that's the only choice you have.
Garcia will hold up play. It looked like he had a runner out wide. Could not quite control it. That was a dangerous opportunity. Should it have materialized. Here's a throw ball into Bonaparte. Bonaparte has a go. What a save that is by Gonzalez.
Yeah, another great opportunity there. I believe that was, Bonaparte, as you mentioned, and that's some of the nicest play I've seen from him in this game so far.
It'll be a corner for the Fusion. Nicolas Oner to take, and he'll actually lay it off to his teammate Noah Boyce. As you can sense, this might be one of the best chances that the Fusion are going to get before halftime to try and pull one back. Ball played in, nearly finding the head of Lagamba, and Bonaparte on the volley couldn't quite catch it cleanly. And boy, I tell you, that is harder than it looks to try and catch that ball off the bounce right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be a goal kick. Not accounting for stoppage time. We've got 8 minutes remaining here in this first half.
Yeah, I would guess we'd probably have about 3 minutes of stoppage time. 4 at the max, unless some more goals are scored here. But
well, fortunately, no injuries thus far, which is usually a big contributor to stoppage time. A few goals to account for, as well as some extracurriculars between plays and a few fouls.
Yeah, I'd say 3 at the max. And like I said, unless something happens here in the next 7-8 minutes.
Still on the ball is Vasquez, enjoying his possession, and it was a nice little turn to create some space. It looked like he was trying to play it through to Mirau, but it's going to go out of play. Long throw flicked on by Roberts. Now Reese hitting the deck. He's going to stay at the possession of the Fusion. Oner trying to take his man on. He'll lay it off wide to Vasquez. Another dangerous opportunity. Looks like had a runner in, and Mirau couldn't quite touch it down. And now maybe chance for a counterattack here. It's played through to Garcia. Garcia defended by Reese. He'll play it back. And trying to take on his man is Hart, but he could not get past Leonard Mirau. Chested down and played back. Out wide is Hart. Hart swinging it in. Dangerous ball. Nice touchdown on the chest, and it's right into the hands of the keeper. And boy, that was an opportunity for a third for Med City, and that might have closed the door. It
kind of looked like he was a little bit off balance when he took that shot. Had he gotten a little bit better footing on that shot, he may have blasted it into the back of the net. But a good save there by who's our keeper again? 00, Valentin. And
Valentin Klibe, correct.
And a little bit of a lucky break in addition to that great save. So
maybe a lifeline for the Fusion.
So we enter the 40th minute now, and
Boyce will try and switch up play. He'll find Adachi. Adachi, not much space being afforded to him. He'll play it back. Now here's Taki. Finding his man Boyce. Boyce trying to play a ball over the top. And a nice little touch right there. He's going to find Oner. Oner playing it through to Taki. Taki couldn't quite find the pass. Dangerous moments right there. Looks like the Fusion are pressing hard for a first goal before halftime. We'll be racing against the clock to see if they can get it. Here's a dangerous opportunity. It's 2-on-2. It's onto the feet of Boo, and Boo couldn't quite get past Reese. Garcia wanted it. Boo tried to take him on. Danger still presenting itself here as it's played in.
Oh, nice little spin move there, and I don't know if you saw that, Eric, but that was a pretty clever way to get around that defender.
It's a dangerous moment as both these teams trying to get a goal here to close out the half. Hockey being afforded space. Still he goes on now, nearing midfield. He'll lay it off. Boyce out wide. Miro trying to make a run throughout wide, and the ball just not quite on time.
Sorry about
a few of those runs.
Sorry about the camera there, folks. I had to put in a password on a nearby computer. So
We'll get things reset here as we approach the 41st minute with a goal kick.
that ball was really where okay, he finally did get the ball. Okay.
Flicked on by the head and nearly won back, but it'll remain. Oh, and that's a nice piece of skill right there. The goal scorer, Roberts, played through. Here's Garcia, but the flag is up. Garcia
just a little
takes
bit
his shot.
offside there, and had
I
about
don't think
maybe.
he saw it.
Sorry, I don't mean to jump on you there.
No, that's all good.
Yeah, no, his left foot was about a half a leg in front of that defender, and that was a nice spot. That's not an easy offside call to make for that side judge.
I say it's one of the toughest decisions in sports. Of course, no VAR here to assist with them as well.
Yeah, maybe in a few years, but right now this is the best we got.
Here comes an attacking run for Med City. Trying to play it through out wide. It's onto the feet of Neal. Neal playing it into the box. Garcia couldn't quite catch it cleanly.
And that was a solid centering pass there, too, and just lifted that one up high over the crossbar. And
so
could have easily been 3-0 at that moment.
And it seems like Med City not content with 2-0. They want to try and get a third.
Well, they say a 2-goal lead in hockey is the most dangerous one. I'd have to say that's, I wouldn't say it's a dangerous lead in soccer, but it's probably an uncomfortable lead in soccer.
We've certainly seen stranger things happen before in this game. Taking his time with the kick back into play, and now Gonzalez will take it. Looks like appeal for offsides right there by Boyce. He's not going to get it. It's out wide. It's on the feet of Neal.
Yeah, no, he was definitely not offside on that particular instance.
That's a nice sliding stop by Reese, but the ball still at the feet. It's back to Neal. Neal trying to get past his man with some skill right there. Here's O'Neill. O'Neill with a few nice step overs. He could not quite beat his man.
I was going to say nice takeaway by the name I couldn't pronounce. Miro, is that number 15?
Leonard Miro.
Yeah, I said it right. Awesome.
You got it.
Yeah. Well, nice takeaway there by Miro about 40 seconds ago. And
Reese will play it back all the way back to the keeper. Boyce to approach the final minute of regular time here before stoppage time comes in.
yeah, into that 45th minute now. And like I said, I think we'll have approximately 3 minutes of stoppage time. I haven't seen a signal from the referee yet, but
Of course, they also don't have those giant electronic scoreboards that they can display the substitutions and stoppage time with. Boy, I think for our sake, we sure wish they did. Appeals for a handball, and they're going to get it there. And
yeah.
you could hear the entire bench of Med City cry out in unison with that one.
Yeah, no, that was an obvious handball as the lights come on now here at Jim Goda Stadium.
Game started at 7 o'clock, so to do some simple math here, should be around 7:45 as that free kick is going to be played in. 10 seconds remaining before stoppage time. And down he goes. The referee blows his whistle. Looking to see an official word from any of the referees down on the field. I don't think we'll get it. So our best estimate, in the words of Mike, 3 minutes of added time.
I would say that's about right. And, even if he would have, give us a signal for 3 minutes, it's possible it could go 2. It's possible it could go 3.5. So
Absolutely. It's a Very liberal use of the word, the number 3 right there, as it could always give or take. It's going to be hard to take the free kick off his left foot. Ball played in, trying to find a man out wide, and it's touched out of play. That one off the feet of Jake Strachan, and that's going to do it here for the first half. 2-0 your score. It's Med City FC with a 2-0 lead over Dakota Fusion. The goal scorers being Neal and Roberts. Here on Magnitude Sports, it's the host team Fusion trailing. Mike, any thoughts here on the first half?
Well, you know, Dakota Fusion, they started out kind of strong at the first 3-4 minutes, and then Med City kind of got that goal, and they kind of took over a majority of that first half. But then in the final 3 to 4 minutes, Dakota Fusion kind of got back at it, and they pushed a lot of opportunities their way. They got 3 or 4 corner kicks in that first half. I would say that all but one of those corner kicks went in favor of Dakota Fusion, if that makes sense. So, I think they just need to figure out a way to not get 6 minutes of momentum, but maybe get 30 minutes of momentum in a half. And so we'll see if they can get more than 6 in that second half. But like I said, 2-0, 2-1 is where the Fusion wanted to be at halftime, and they're right at that spot. They certainly have an opportunity to do some damage in half number 2. We'll see what kind of adjustments they make, and also the same with Med City, what kind of adjustments they make as they come out in the second half here.
Well, there you go. First half analysis provided by Mike Mason. Once again, it's Scott Neal with the opening strike. Matthew Roberts following up with the second goal. It's 2-0. Med City out on top over the Fusion. All right, and we're back, about ready to get the second half underway. Once again, 2-0 your score. Med City up on top over Dakota Fusion FC. Goal scorers Neal and Roberts, those two midfielders, contributing early on and then later on in the first half of play. It's a 2-0 lead with all the play for here in the second half. Mike, anything to watch out for before we get the ball rolling once again?
I think the thing we want to focus on here is how the Fusion come out to start this second half. Like I said, we got about 3-4 minutes of good play from the Fusion in that first half, and then they got the final 3 to 4 minutes of good play. Now, and we want to see if they can get more than 6 minutes of good play here in this second half, and if they can, I think they're going to be able to squeak a goal into the net. So,
all right. Well, the sides have been reversed. We'll see if the roles are reversed as well. Here we go. Second half underway.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get the ball into the net if you can't get it down to that side of the field. So that's one thing that they're going to – hopefully they made some adjustments on how they plan to attack that moving forward.
And already some dangerous chances here. That one off the post. Couldn't tell if that was a shot or a cross, but nearly sneaking its way into the net, and that would have been a nightmare scenario for the Fusion had that one turned in.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to go down 3-0 in the first minute of the second half if you're a Fusion fan hoping that they can come back in this one. So
be the first spell of possession here for the Fusion as they get the ball rolling on the goal kick. Looking around the field, see if there's been any substitutions made thus far, and don't see any new numbers, but we'll keep you posted with those as they come in. Boyce kicks that one out.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
No worries.
47th minute already, and I'm impressed. Our clock has been right on with the field clock the entire broadcast, which is awesome.
Throw in played in off the wing, far side, and battling for positioning is Hart. Hart still on the ball as the body nearly hits the turf. And this time I think I did get it right. The referee signaling that it is going to be Med City corner kick. And I believe that is going to be Hart to take. Some more bodies wander their way on into the box.
Is this the first corner kick of the game for Med City? I think it might be.
It might be. Hart's cross on the way in, and dangerous right there as it got past the keeper, but it was off the head of a Fusion player, and it looks like it'll be take two on the corner. This
exactly
one down on the
what
other
I was
end.
going to say. Yep, only on the opposite corner. See, did I turn my phone's volume down during? No, I didn't. Now I did. Okay, we're good.
Looks like they might play it short here as Hart comes on in. And they will, on the feet of Hart.
Oh, that was a nice pass there. Now they get the centering pass in there. And
that's Neal heading it away, and that one on to Roberts. Roberts wanted the volley,
wow.
and man, oh man, I would have lost my voice if he would have put that one in.
No kidding. That was a good 40, 45 yards out, and nobody expected that one. Not even me.
I think maybe even going just for pure shock value. Sometimes players will try shots like that just to try and see if the goalkeeper's napping or not, but on that time he was awake and ready to answer the call. Here's Adachi. Adachi trying to play it through to Bonaparte. Just a bit too much mustard on that hot dog. How to play.
I prefer ketchup on mine.
To each their own. Goal kick from Gonzalez on the way. Adachi, that one just going over his head. It's going to stay with Adachi as he plays it down the line looking for Bonaparte. It's on to Wilkinson, and he'll play it back. Med City reset from the back. Nice header from Boyce. And how about that? Some nice dribbling right there. Swung out wide and looking for his man. It's off the chest of Boo. Boo still with it. Now he'll switch a play in. Plenty of green space. Will the ball get there? It will, but the referee has his flag up. Offsides. That one thwarted before it could materialize.
Yeah, I I don't know maybe I missed something because I was distracted momentarily, but I don't think I saw any offsides on that. Did you, Eric? Or
I'll admit I could not get the greatest view of that, but I'll have to trust the referee's judgment, as he's certainly got a better view than I do just down there. But it was a fantastic idea from Boo to try and switch up play, and there was acres of space down the line. Maybe that's why he was in an offside position.
Now that there should have been offside on the Fusion. He was definitely in front of that final defender, but at least I didn't see any other defenders on the near side of the field, but not called there, but no harm done for Med City either.
Giveaway by Boo in his own end, and the Fusion will reset.
I almost forgot that they're moving in opposite directions here.
Here's Lagamba, who saw a decent amount of the ball in the early part of the first half, and then other than that, mostly a quiet night for the captain. We'll see if the Fusion can get him involved more, as that's a nice header down by Adachi. Taki trying to play it in to Bosquez, and it's cleared out all the way out, and it'll roll out for a throw in. And they'll try and go quickly. Chushisawa, they throw in, and it's swung out wide back to Boyce. Boyce off to Bosquez. Nice touch, and couldn't quite find the opening right there. Out of play. Multiple balls in play now as one of them has rolled on in, and nice little helper right there, clearing us of a near crisis. I say that tongue in cheek. Boyce being afforded plenty of space. He'll take his time now across that one over everyone. And an easy, lazy catch for Iker Gonzalez. Almost like I'm back to calling baseball now, like he's fielding a pop fly out there.
Yeah.
Nearly intercepted by Lagamba. That one taking a bounce off a couple of heads, and somehow the Fusion get it back. There's a nice piece of skill by Bonaparte. His ball out wide to Adachi. Adachi looking for the cross. Cross in just past Bonaparte. And that one will go over the net.
And we're into the 53rd minute now.
So the Fusion here with an opening flurry. They've had a few chances, and look at another one in the form of a corner kick. It's going to be Onair to take. Onair's corner on the way in, and that one, oh, that was a dangerous ball right there, but the header just not quite on target. I believe it found the head of Leonard Miro there, coming charging in from his defender spot. But instead, falls harmlessly out of play. Looks like we have some more action on the Fusion bench, as most of their reserves are up and moving about, getting some stretches in. I get the feeling we might be seeing some changes soon. Is that one nearly getting past Miro? Miro able to knock it away from his man. Now he'll press up. Out of play, throw in for Med City. Ball over the top, that one searching. Could not quite find Narcissus Boo. Boo has been a busy man here in half number 2. He's seen the ball come his way a lot, and a few decent opportunities from him himself.
Well, as I was going to say before I ran off to inform our clock operator that the clock on the field actually came to a stop, but they got that fixed, and we're about maybe 2 seconds off the field clock. So, or the field clock is 2 seconds off of ours. So our clock is right, and the field clock is 2 seconds behind. So.
And how about that sliding stop by Reese to knock it out of play? That one could have spelt trouble for the Fusion. Med City will take a consolation as a corner. And taking the long walk over there looks to be Toby Millward. We'll see if he's the one to take it. Millward will as he raises his hand. He's got support in the form of Lucas Hart. It'll put it in the mixer, and that one a dangerous moment right there as it's bouncing around. Can it be turned in? No. But danger still presenting itself.
Yeah, it'll be a corner kick from the other side now here for Med City, and as you mentioned, a very great opportunity there for Med City.
That one just seemed to bounce off the gloves of Valentin Klibe, and it was pushed back into the box. That's a situation you don't necessarily want to see if you're the Fusion, but they're able to clear it out nicely, and here comes take two on the corner. High arcing cross, that one cleared out nicely. Bicycle kick attempt off the post, and it's deflected away. Bonaparte, oh my goodness. Audacious attempt on net, and still Med City making forward runs. And it looks like it's going to be another corner kick.
That goal for Med City is about an inch skinnier than they want it to be right now. So they hit the pole. That was a nice bicycle kick too. It was in traffic. There was defenders all around him, and somehow he still got it through. And then on the rebound attempt, they knocked it off the post. And got another corner kick here. I got to pay attention.
Third corner kick here of the half for Med City. That one headed away. Excuse me, actually the fourth.
Yeah, two from each side, if I remember correctly. So,
and Klibe will be there to scoop up the scraps. And man, oh man, I gotta say, I've seen a lot of firsts here. I've yet to see a bicycle kick goal. We nearly saw one right there.
Yeah.
Fusion working from the back. Here's Tushisawa out to Adachi. Adachi taking his space, and now he'll play it in the middle towards Vasquez. Vasquez goes down near the box, and the referee says play on. Here comes Med City. Wilkinson giving off the Boo. Back to Wilkinson, back to Boo, but it's too far. Reese will swing it out. Boyce playing it out wide.
Yeah, I don't want to speak up too soon here, but the Fusion have done a lot better job here in the second and a half, controlling the ball and creating some opportunities. Of course, they did let a couple go, but they've been mostly down on this side of the field here, and we're about 12 minutes into the second half already.
And they've had a few decent ideas. That was a nice ball from Tushisawa there, trying to get it to Bonaparte. Bonaparte trying to flick it back towards Vasquez, but couldn't quite get that final connection. Otherwise, we might have seen a shot right there. Avery's will take the throw, and he launches that one deep down the pitch, and it's going to be batted around in the attacking third. Here's a dangerous opportunity. It's going to be played back. Vasquez on his right. Decided to not hit it first time right there, and it's going to be batted out of way.
That's a long boot. I'm pretty impressed with that one.
You could see heavy pressure right there from Andres Garcia as well, and that was a maybe nervy moment at the back for the Fusion, but for the Fusion, that was a golden opportunity right there, and Vasquez just couldn't quite take that chance.
That was about a 70-yard clear there on that boot. You put him at midfield, he may have scored a goal.
Might be playing the wrong football. Might be thinking about signing up trying to be the new kicker.
For the Vikings. We'll take a 70-yard field goal kicker for sure.
Going to be another throw-in for Med City. Josh Ballseeger heading over. He'll toss it in. And it's going to be a long throw into the box. Headed over towards net, and it's into the arms of Klibe.
Looks like Klibe slipped there.
For those of you that watched the Euros back in 2016, Iceland made a surprise run in that tournament, and they used that technique a lot. They take long throw-ins into the box. They ended up scoring a few goals off of that, a de facto corner kick. There's your nugget for the day.
I could go for some chicken nuggets right now. I heard Sargent, one of the higher up guys for Dakota Fusion, talk about hot dogs earlier. I might have to talk him into bringing one up here. So.
All this commentating is hard work and working up an appetite. I can't even imagine how the players down on the field are feeling.
Well, I'm sure they're supposed to eat like a pasta before the game, aren't they?
Carbo loading,
yeah.
as they say. Bit of back and forth in their own half by the Fusion. Out wide with Boyce. Looking for support. He'll play one over the top, and it's offside. Decent idea right there, but couldn't quite time his run up. And we'll get things started back with a free kick. A few whistles coming in as well. See what that's all about.
Apparently, our clock resets at 60 minutes, so I'm going to have to figure that one out there. I apologize. We are in the 61st minute now.
And I'll do my best to keep you guys posted with the time on the field in the time being. But hopefully we can make that a quick fix. That one is going to be out of play as Lagamba thought about taking it in just to be sure. Now it's a wide run from Adachi trying to switch up play. It's going to be headed away nicely by Wilkinson. Now onto the feet of Millward, who clears it out away. And Adachi continuing to make those forward runs up the wing. You get the feeling that they keep at it. They might be able to materialize something. Still no goals though for the Fusion as we approach the 62nd minute. 61:02 and counting here on the field. Here's Adachi. And Adachi trying to beat his man down the line, and that's great defending right there by Ballseeger. Ballseeger still on the ball, and now he finds his outlet man. Boo plays it back. And Neal just clears it deep down the pitch onto the feet of Boyce. Here's Reese. Back to Noah Boyce. Boyce pushing far up the field. Cross on the way in, and it's headed away. Some more nice defending by Wilkinson, and now players going down. Cries for a foul. Referee saying play on. Another ball in. Adachi trying to head that over towards Vasquez. And Adachi will press. And nearly won back there on the press. That was a nice effort right there by Kota Tushisawa. Now getting restarted quickly. Vasquez looked to be maybe a shot attempt. It goes well wide. And some maybe pushing and shoving right there. And they're going to get a whistle on Leonard Miro.
Yeah, so if you're good at math, or viewers at home, if you're good at math, just put a 6 in front of the current time, and that's where we're at. So we're in the 63rd minute, 62:29. I'm going to have to make an adjustment on that between now and the next game here. I'm not sure why that happened, but first game of the season, I think we're allowed at least one error. So
off the free kick, it's going to be headed out wide. Adachi trying to settle it. Now he'll play it off to Taki. Nice piece of defending right there to get his man off the ball. Scott Neal, the goal scorer, the first goal scorer, contributing some in the midfield as well. Back with Taki. Now Neal coming with the press. Same with Garcia. Those two will make runs up the field and try and dispossess the Fusion in their own end. We've seen it work a few times already in this match. Trying to get Garcia out on the break, but ready for the task is Reese.
a little push from behind there, but nothing flagrant, so they'll just get the free kick out of it. Oh, and maybe
looks like we will have our first change.
Oh, substitution. Okay, I thought he was telling. I believe that is Andres Garcia. I thought he was telling Garcia, "Hey, come here, I need to talk to you." But then it turned out to be a substitution. So
the new man on for the Fusion, Kevin Perez, who will come in. He replaces Christian Vasquez. So new man in attack, as they'll try and get some fresh legs and see if they can play him in for an all-important first goal. And you have to imagine, if you're the Fusion and you want a result here, you got to score quick because you need 2, not just 1.
Yeah, absolutely. 65th minute and approaching the 66th minute, and you're still down 2-0. Although I guess that's a good thing because it could be 3-0 right now, but
certainly take what you can get if you're the Fusion.
you know, in all honesty, it should have been 4-0. Got that bicycle kick and then hit the post, and
yeah.
you know, if the net was a little bit wider, it would have been 3-0 there, and they had another opportunity that couldn't quite connect on. So
that pass just off, trying to find the feet of Bonaparte. Looks like he got caught off balance there trying to settle it. But it was well wide. Here's Roberts. Roberts playing the ball over the top and running in, chasing it down nicely. That's Scott Neal, the 2 goal scorers linking up. And now a shot blocked. Garcia with the attempt. Still with Med City. Here's Boo. And Boo, nice find right there to Roberts. Roberts swinging it out wide, far side. Cutting inside, and the shot blocked away. Now here's a chance maybe for a counterattack for the Fusion. It was Bonaparte and Perez that were trying to lead the attack, but the pass blocked away. Here's Tushisawa.
all right, so the Fusion working it here, about 50 yards out. They'll take it to that far side and try and create something there, but a nice defensive hold by Med City. Go out of bounds. Should be a throw-in from that far side. No, it'll be a goal kick, I guess, as we go into the 67th minute. So goal kick here for Med City, and they'll try and go on the offense off this goal kick here.
And taking his time
Taking
with
plenty
the goal
of
kick.
time.
Might see an appeal for time wasting soon. And now he'll get it off. And it's out of play. It'll be a throw in. They'll take it quickly. Swung out wide. Here's Boyce. That one played over the top, nearly finding the head of Perez. Substitute making a forward run, showing off his fresh legs. Fusion taking it quickly, still in search of that first goal.
Checking in for Med City, number 7, Roya Yashikawa.
Well, there you have it. There's another substitution. It's Roya Yashisaka coming in for Med City. So both number 7s on either side checking into the game now. Those are the 2 substitutions thus far. That ball cleared way out there. Boyce giving chase. Now here's Adachi. Nice touch by Adachi, cutting inside. And now foot race here between Neal and Tushisawa. And it's back with the Fusion up near midfield. Headed away. It looked like that one almost went off the face of the Med City defender.
Yeah.
A bit of a painful piece of defending.
Top of the forehead all the way down. I think covered his entire face there.
And near collision, as it's going to be headed all the way back towards the keeper. Here come the Fusion again. Time update now as we are approaching the 70th minute. It is 69:07 and counting. About 20 minutes remaining here in this match. Searching pass, that one a nice ball in towards Adachi. Nearly able to get it off. Fusion continue pressing forward. Here's Taki. Taki spinning around and laying it off. And back with Taki. Lagamba. One trying to link up with Boyce right there. Lagamba fighting to win it back, and now the referee is going to step in and blow his whistle. That's a foul. Free kick to Med City. It's going to be their captain, Wilkinson, taking. And now he'll lay it off to the keeper. Looks like we might have another substitution coming in as well for the Fusion. We have a player warming up on the touchline. Now talking with his coach, getting some stretches in. Out wide with Roberts. Roberts cross in towards the waiting head of Garcia, and it's out of play. And it looks like we will have our substitution now. Take it down to the PA announcer for the change. At least I believe so. Referee raised his flag, and here we go.
All right, yeah, well, it looks like it's, I don't have number 2 on my roster for Dakota Fusion, so.
Well, we do know it's Nicolas Onair that's coming off. So Onair.
Checking in for the Fusion, number 2, Soshi Fuyoka.
So there you go, Soshi Fuyoka. I'll write that down.
Yeah, I don't think. Oh, I have him down as number 8. So there was 2 number 8s on the roster, so we moved Soshi Fuyoka up to number 2 and leave Nicholas Horner at number 8 then.
And that would make sense why the 2 swapped out.
Yep.
Battle in the midfield there, nearly won by Taki. Some pressing by Perez as that one's cleared out. Reese will head it off, back to Boyce. Onto the feet of the keeper. Nice little fake right there, got his man jumping. Looked like he's about to do the switch over to Adachi. So they'll play it up to Taki. Few deflections around. Ooh. Maybe calls for a high boot right there. See if the referee is just playing advantage. Nice touchdown, Bonaparte, and it's blocked away.
Oh, that'll be a corner kick for the Fusion, but that is their best opportunity, their almost goal of the game. They have not gotten that close the entire game.
You get the sense that here's a golden opportunity for the Fusion to strike, and I think that they were playing advantage because that certainly did look to be a high boot, and it's a dangerous play, and oftentimes referees will blow their whistle. Here is the corner for the Fusion. In swinging cross, headed on towards net and just glancing aside.
Yeah, had the right idea there, but just couldn't quite make it happen.
It'll be a goal kick for Med City. Garcia trying to head it back. Instead, the aerial duel is going to be won by Reese. Back up in the attacking third for the Fusion. Here's Perez. Perez, nice piece of skill, just couldn't quite beat the second man. Out of bounds it goes, and it's a throw-in. And they're throwing everything forward now. You get the sense it's do or die time in the Fusion on the hunt for goal number 1.
As we just entered the 74th minute now.
Here's Taki. Taki thought about the pass, will swing it in, and that cross nearly finding the awaiting head of Leonard Mirau. And it goes out of play.
So just a little bit over 15 minutes remaining in regulation here.
Throw in taken by Med City as the body hits the turf. And the referee is going to blow his whistle for a foul. Free kick to Med City in their own half. And now another bit of gamesmanship here as it looked like their captain Wilkinson was about to take it. And he said, oh, I'll let the keeper take it instead. Lagamba heading it back towards midfield. Boyce giving chase. It's Hart trying to press him down the wing. Boyce is going to win that race as the referee raises his flag for a foul, I believe. Either that or is out of play.
Looks like a corner
And
kick.
it looks like it will be a corner kick. So another corner here for Med City, their 5th of the half. And it'll be hard to take. A few bodies in the box here for Med City, and a few dropping back. You can see Roberts outside the box as the corner comes in. It's headed away nicely. Maybe the Fusion can set up a counterattack here as Roberts comes in hard. And the ball rolls out of play. Fusion reset with a throw-in. Fuyoka laying it out wide. Lagamba getting it off as the press comes in quickly. Off to Reese. Reese will settle. Looked like that pass might have taken a deflection. I could hear it.
Yeah.
Hit one of the boots of the players even from up here. And that's why it's Fusion ball. Throw in. Reese bringing it up the field. Tushisama back to Adachi. Now Adachi again up the wing and almost creating some space for what probably would have been a cross. Now approaching minute number 77 as it is at exactly 76 minutes down on the field. 14 minutes and stoppage time remaining here in this opening match on Magnitude, 3rd match of the season between Med City FC and Fusion, and the Dakota Fusion, excuse me. Reese plays it back to the keeper. Now out wide with Boyce. He'll find Perez. Perez back to Boyce. Here's Reese. Ball played over the top. Bonaparte giving chase as it's headed away. And Bolsiger trying to clear it out. Garcia comes flying in. Tushisawa trying to play it in. Perez giving chase, trying to get off the back of his defender.
I think the Fusion were lucky there not to get a handball called on him.
Nice pass in by Bonaparte, using his heel to try and flick it in towards Perez. And it's out of play. Looks like we'll have another substitution as well. Med City going to be bringing on a new man here probably sooner rather than later, as we have another second ball in play. That one will be cleared out of harm's way. But it looks to be John Garcia is going to be the new man in for Med City, presumably during the next stoppage. That one cleared away, and we might see our substitution now as Wilkinson boots it out. And we will. Whistles come in. We'll see who comes off for Med City. And it's going to be Andres Garcia taking his sweet time getting off the field as he picks up pace to a jog. A lot of times in upper levels you'll see players walk off and then the substitute will sprint on, and we saw a jog and a sprint right there.
Checking in for Med City, number 17, John Garcia.
Perez on the ball, lays it off to Taki. Taki to Adachi. Adachi, nice little turn right there to create some space. He goes down, and a foul near the box. Dangerous opportunity for the Fusion in the form of a free kick. It's going to be, at least for the moment, Fuyoka to take. We'll see if we see a left-footed cross or maybe even a shot from an area like this. Fuyoka plays it in, headed away. On the rebound is Taki, who swings it back out. Here's Lagamba, and the captain will play it back. Taki's ball in, nearly finding the feet. Charging in from his defensive position was Jasper Reese, and it's out of play. Throw in. Noah Boyce. Taki taking his space. Now will lay it off. And decent attempt right there. Had the pace, just couldn't quite put it on target. That was a nice shot by Fuyoka.
Yeah, and a nice setup there, too. It even fooled the cameraman, whoever's working that.
Not to name names. As we'll have another substitution. It's going to be Bonaparte coming off after a long and hard-working shift in attack. Lagamba heads it over towards midfield as referee is going to blow his whistle and stop play for a foul.
Yeah, I think an unnecessary high kick there. Not exactly sure what to call that. Looks like he needs to have his legs stretched out. I believe that's Toby Millard. Yeah, and it was. Yeah.
And hopefully he's okay as he walks up under his own power. And your diagnosis appears to be correct.
Not a doctor, but sometimes get it right.
So Tushisuka will come in replacement for Bonaparte. Med City will get it going again with the free kick. Taki lays it back. Perez, nice little touch right there to flick it back. And now here's an opportunity for the Fusion as it's booted away.
Yeah,
Ishikawa getting into that one.
Less than 10 minutes to go now here in this contest, and neither team has scored, but the Fusion have definitely made some adjustments and have had a lot more ball control here in the second half than they had in the first half.
You would argue, certainly, that it seems like the Fusion have had the lion's share of opportunities here in the second half. They just have not quite been able to find that finishing touch. Still some match here left, and presumably some stoppage time as well. We'll have another substitution coming in soon. It looks to be Diogo Oliveira coming in for Med City. We'll see who is coming off. Looks to be Lucas Hart, and it is. So Hart coming off, Oliveira coming on. That one's going to be headed away, and grabbing his leg in pain there was Millward. Fusion will take quickly on the throw-in. Adachi swinging it back.
Checking in for Med City, number 18, Diogo Oliveira.
It's going to be a foot race to the ball right there. Keeper privy to it as charging in was Garcia, one of the substitutes. And now ball played over the top to Adachi. Adachi fighting for the ball right there. Some cries for a foul as it's cleared out. Looked to be maybe he might have gotten grabbed there near the box. Here's Boyce. High through ball played in over the top. Keeper winning the foot race to that one. He clears it out of the way. Fusion going quickly on the throw-in.
And it's taken away almost as quickly.
Now here come Med City the other way. That one's going to be intercepted. Tushisawa now taking his space. Here's Taki. Back with Tushisawa. And a nice through ball played in right there. Chasing it off was Ishizuka. And it looks like it's going to be a corner kick, and it is for the Fusion. Corner kick here in the dying embers of this match.
Yeah, they need to get a goal here off this corner kick, and if they want to have a chance to knot this one up, because they're certainly running out of time.
That one headed away, and now chasing it down is the outlet man, Garcia. And he's going to get the ball settled on his feet, trying to create some space. Garcia being pressed heavily, sliding in. Nice job right there by the Fusion to block it away. And the ball played up high.
In the 85th minute now, and I think that clear from the header would pretty much seal the deal here for Med City.
Med City's throwing on the far side is swung in, headed away. And it's chested down nicely. Tushisawa lays it off. Now here's Reese. Reese pushing up the field. Perez. Perez, nice on the job on the turn. Beat one man, couldn't quite beat the second. Now here comes Med City the other way. Only for the moment, though, as flying in and knocking him off the ball is Taki. Perez giving chase. Garcia flicks it and rolls it back. And there's a giveaway in a dangerous area. Nice bit of skill to turn, and it's in. There's one back, and this game isn't done yet. The Dakota Fusion pull one back, and it's the substitute off the bench, Ishizuka, that scores. 2-1. Deficit trimmed in half, and here we go. It's all to play for with about 5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, maybe I spoke a little too soon.
They talk about the announcer jinx a lot. Might we see another instance of that right here, and you have to imagine it's going to be an all-out blitz here from the Fusion down the stretch.
Yeah, they're entering the 86th minute now and make that the 87th minute.
And another substitution coming on, maybe one final push. It's going to be Yamaguchi coming on for the Fusion, should he get the chance. I have to imagine he will between the remaining minutes and stoppage time. And we'll see if he gets his chance right here during the stoppage of the throw-in. Took another deflection, will remain with Med City down in the attacking third. The referee has raised his flag. It looks like in the next possible moment we will see the substitution, but first Med City will take the throw. Ball just sitting around there in the corner, and now we have a whistle come in.
Looks like
reset with a goal kick.
Oh,
so it looks like it might have been out of play there.
They are going to allow the substitution. So Yamaguchi's going to come in.
Checking in for the Fusion, number 6, Kenshiro Yamaguchi.
And I believe it was Izuzuka. How did you say that one? Number 16?
16.
Yeah.
I believe it was actually 22 that got taken off.
Oh, no. The guy who scored the goal.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Ishizuka.
Okay, there you go. I'll go with that.
Kazuma Ishizuka, the goal scorer for the Fusion. Up the field to Fuyoka. Now here is the goal scorer on the ball. Ishizuka will lay it off out wide. It's a nice switching ball right there out wide. Here's a dangerous opportunity for the Fusion. Cross on its way in. Adachi charging in, his header into the box. And it's cleared out. Garcia will chest it down, but here come the Fusion again. Relentless pressure. Here's Perez. Perez charging up the field.
Ooh.
And a foul is going to be called.
Yeah, free kick going the other way in favor of Med City. Has got about a minute plus stoppage time to try and put something together here for the Fusion. I mean, even a 2-2 tie would be considered a positive, considering that first half didn't really go in their favor, but the second half has been maybe, I don't want to say in Dakota Fusion's favor, but probably 60-40 in Dakota Fusion's favor. They haven't necessarily dominated, but they've done really well.
They've certainly created a lot of opportunities, especially in these last 20 minutes or so. Goal kick incoming. And there's going to be 2 minutes of stoppage time. We've just got the word relayed here into the box. So we will get that prepared for you when the time comes. About 30 seconds and 2 minutes remaining here in this match. We'll see if the Fusion can grab a last gasp equalizer. Played out wide to Adachi. Here he comes. Adachi with plenty of space, as practically all of the Med City players dropping back into their own defending third now. That's a cross, a dangerous cross in. It's headed over towards the box. Cleared out only for the moment. That ball is trailing out of play. Garcia giving chase. And we've now officially entered stoppage time. 2 extra minutes here. It's 2 minutes and it's all to play for here in Moorhead, Minnesota. 2-1 your score. Med City clinging to a 1-goal lead. Throw-in will be taken far side. The Fusion try and get an attack started here quickly. They get the ball back on the feet of Perez. Whistle's gonna blow, as it's going to be a foul. Ooh. And now players rolling around. Some shouts and a yellow card is gonna be shown.
Yeah.
Yellow card assessed to Med City.
No, I think, oh, was it? I thought it was assist to the Fusion.
Well, it looks like they're getting things sorted out on the field.
Yeah, I think it was handed out to Perez of the Fusion. That's what I thought. And well, no, I guess I was wrong. You were right, Eric. I was wrong.
Med City will try and make one final substitution here as well. They've got a man warming up down near the sideline. This might be the last chance here for the Fusion. We'll see if they can grab the last second equalizer, as it's a ball played in, out wide, headed in towards the box. Ball still bouncing around. Adachi giving chase. He'll play it back. And they'll lay it off to the keeper.
This could potentially be the final opportunity here to put something together.
Here's Yamaguchi pushing up the field. Ball is still in play, and now it rolls out of bounds. Med City throw in. Some whistles come in, and it looks like we might see that substitution
after all. Yeah.
Checking in for Med City, number 16, Giovanni Soares.
So it's Giovanni Soares coming in for Med City. On the feet of Garcia. Garcia swarmed by 4 Fusion defenders. Med City will play it back and then just boot it forward, trying to milk out these last few seconds. The ball soaring still in play. Nice touchdown by Lagamba. And now maybe a chance here to bury the hatchet, as that one is sailed wide over the net. Fusion going quickly. You have to imagine it's now or never for them. Boyce plays it through as it's deflected away. Boyce giving chase, trying to get it back. And he'll corral the ball in time. Boyce swings it out wide to Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi trying to switch up play again. And that ball drifting in towards the box. Everyone running up for the Fusion now. Perez giving chase as it's cleared out of play. Throw in for Med City. And an assist right there from the ball boy, rolling it back in. Looks like actually, the way they have it set up, it'll be a free kick.
Yeah, just outside of the goal box, so it was indeed a free kick. And I know we had 3 minutes of stoppage time in the first half. That lasted for about 28 seconds. And now we have 2 minutes that feel like it's been about 5 minutes now. So
scooped back up by the keeper, and there's your full-time whistle. Your final score here from Jim Goda Stadium, 2-1 Med City, notching their second victory of the season over the Dakota Fusion. 2-1 your final score as the Fusion pull one back in the second half. They came close, but they could not quite find that last second equalizer. Mike, any final thoughts here as we wrap this one up?
Well, you know, brought it up on a couple of occasions during that second half, but Dakota Fusion really came out in that second half, and you know, I said they got 12 minutes of approximate opportunity time in that first half, and they took the first 15 minutes of this second half, and then they also, took a good chunk of the remainder of the 30 minutes after that too. Med City, they certainly had their opportunities in that second half, but not quite as many as they did in the first half, and Fusion getting that late goal, but it was just a little too late there for Dakota Fusion, and Med City will escape here with a 2-1 win.
Well, there you have it. Some analysis by Mike Mason as we wrap up coverage here, our first coverage of NPSL this season. Once again, final score, Med City 2, Dakota Fusion 1.
We'll get that clock fixed so it actually goes to 90 minutes on the next game. So, but yeah, no, like I said, it was a great first game of the season here, and you can see some of the players, giving hugs and high fives, and just some good sportsmanship shown here at the end of the game between these two clubs.
All right, any final thoughts here before we wrap it up?
Nope, those are pretty much my final thoughts. So.
All right, well, we thank you for tuning in today from wherever you may be. And we hope to see you all again soon. One final time, your final score, Med City 2, Dakota Fusion 1. Have a great night.
Seating has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.